Hey guys, welcome back to Ravenclaw Reads. I'm Courtney and today I'm going to go through my October TBR with you. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I always call these TBRs, but really it's just a hope of what I want to read. I think the buzzword going around is like pile of possibilities because there's so many books that I want to read for October, and I am a mood reader, so while I have all of these planned out, it could switch at any time. But my theme for October is Halloween, which is something that Storm over at Storm Reads has put together. And it's really, I'm not following the prompts, but I am reading middle grade Halloween themed books or spooky books. And then I'm also doing witchy romance, which Sarah over at the Bookish Knitter is also doing. I don't have a theme or anything. I was just planning to do that anyway, but I wanted to show you what I have in store. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are watching this for the first time, see if you like my other content. We'd love to have you to subscribe. But a while ago, about a month ago, my birthday was on September 3rd, and I did a huge book haul. And a lot of the books that I got were in preparation for October because I knew I wanted to read a lot of the witchy romance style books. So I have a pile of books, guys, like 2 stacks like this of physical books, and I have a few digital books that I have downloaded as well that I like to read. I'm going to try to break them up in different categories, and we will start with some of the middle grade. So for the middle grade section, there's some that I've bought and one that I have from the library. As I pulled out the amount of books I want to read, I realized like there's only so many weeks in a month, but I really have a huge list of things that I want to read. So I probably should start this soon, but the first book I picked this up during my haul at the bookstore, is R.L. Stine's Fear Street, Who Killed the Homecoming Queen. These are sort of reprinted, and they follow the original stories, but they're kind of stretched out. They're not in that little chicklet size. And it says, Eva wouldn't say she's psychic, although some people think she is. Eva just gets weird feelings once in a while, a sense that something is wrong, even if she can't say exactly what or why. Like when she and her best friend Tanya were shopping for dresses for the homecoming dance, and Eva felt a sudden rush of fear. But what could go wrong at homecoming? Tanya was just voted queen, and the friends are guaranteed to have a good time. What Eva doesn't know, though, is that someone is jealous of Tanya. Someone has plans to ruin her moment, even if they have to kill her. So that would be a nice, quick, easy one. I also picked up The Forgotten Girl. This one is, I'm trying to see how many pages it is. It is about 250 pages. And this story follows Iris. It says, on a cold winter night, Iris and her best friend Daniel sneak into the woods to play in the snow. There, Iris makes a perfect snow angel, only to uncover the crumbling gravestone of a young girl named Avery Moore. And so it goes on to them trying to hunt and find out who this girl is, and kind of getting haunted and spooked in the process. So I really like that one. And it's by an author of color. The author is India Hill Brown. Okay, next I picked up The Witchlings. I picked this up a while ago. And it says, every year in the magical town of Ravenskill, young witchlings participate in the Black Moon ceremony, are placed into covens, and come into their powers as full-fledged witches. 7 Salazar can't wait to be placed in House Hyacinth. She's worked so hard to get the best possible placement and to avoid being a spare, a leftover witch with lesser powers looked down on by everyone. But on the night of the ceremony, 7 isn't placed into House Hyacinth or in one of the 5 covens at all. She's a spare. So looking forward to that one. And then I did borrow this book from the library. I still don't know really how to say it. It's the International House of Dereliction. And I saw this on somebody's YouTube and it looked good. It says 10-year-old Alice is a whiz at fixing things, particularly old houses. She should be. She's helped her parents fix up the 10 houses they lived in since Alice was born. Now, when her family is forced to move for the 11th time, Alice's eyes wander to the house next door, a once grand mansion abandoned and condemned. It's the perfect repair job. And then she feels like somebody's watching her. So another spooky, haunting type book. And this one's kind of short as well. It's like 100 or 200 some pages, like 220 pages. So excited about that. And then lastly, if you've been following me, you know that I am rereading The Babysitter's Club. And I am on book 14 now. However, I thought I would find something spooky for the Halloween mix, and I do have super special number 1 in the mysteries, and this is Babysitter's Haunted House. I thought this would be a good one because it involves everybody. I'll still probably read some of my Babysitters Club to continue with that series this month, but I didn't put in this TBR. But this one says the BSC will protect the kids, but who will protect the BSC? So I love that they're all on this adventure together, and it's the first mystery. So this will be a great fit. And those are the middle grades that I hope to read this month. Next up, let's look at sort of my other category. Next, I have a cozy mystery that I heard about on Alexandra Roslin's channel. It says A Finely Knit Murder, and it says seaside knitter Bertie Favaza is thrilled that her granddaughter Gabby will be visiting for the fall and attending the Sea Harbor Community Day School. Gabby loves the all-girls school with its newly adopted progressive curriculum, and she loves that the Seaside Knitters are teaching knitting as part of the enrichment program. It's a huge success, and on a crisp autumn days, girl camp out on the terraces, knitting hats for charity. But not everyone is happy with the direction the school is taking. Outspoken board member Blythe Westerland has sparked tempers with her determination to discredit the current administration. Then on the evening of an elegant school event, Blythe's body is found near the school boathouse. So I thought this was really good because my oldest Kennedy loves to knit and crochet. So I love that part of one of the main characters in the book is a teen that loves to knit and crochet, or at least knit. And so I like a good cozy mystery. I think this will be a great fun book to read. Then I have this book to finish, As Good as Dead. This is the 3rd book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series that I started with all great intentions. And I just haven't finished it. I stopped on page like 65, but I think I might just start from the beginning so I have an understanding of what's happening. I also started this month The Brothers Hawthorne, and I was not impressed. I haven't actually heard anything good about this book, but it gives kind of October vibes, so I think this would be a great time to finish it. I low-key want a digital copy so I can take it with me. I am a huge e-reader, but then I also sometimes miss just holding physical books. So as you can see, most of my books here are on a physical edition, and so I'll probably be trying to get library copies on my Kindle so I can take these with me. I also pulled this out of the backwoods, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is one of those far-fetched pile of possibilities books. This is a fantasy book that I know nothing really about, but it gives fall. I've been waiting to read this, and this might be a great time to do it. That reminds me, another book that I want to read, I don't have it here. I have a digital copy and a physical copy, is Legends and Lattes. That book I started last spring, I believe, but it definitely felt fall-like, and so I'm excited to pick that up again for fall, and then November get the sort of prequel to that. And then the last book in this miscellaneous category is A Discovery of Witches. I've heard this is like a romance, sort of fantasy something. It's a series. I've been waiting to read this. I've had this on my Kindle since 2020. I didn't even realize I had it. I borrowed it from the library earlier this year, and then I actually bought a physical copy. So if I don't read it this month, you guys come for me. I need accountability. I gotta read this book. All right, next up will be my romance picks. Okay, to me, October is all about the witchy romance, and there's so many great books in this category. It was kind of hard to choose. So I have 6 here, and then I have some on my Kindle that I'm going to show you after this. The first book I picked up for my birthday haul was My Roommate is a Vampire. This is a cute book I've seen everybody read, and it's really about a girl whose roommate seemingly is a vampire, and of course she's going to fall in love with him. I love the cover of this book. It's got that great matte feeling, and it is just so cute, like a comic book, so I'm excited to read that. Next up, I picked up a book a few months ago. It's called The Only Purple House in Town by Anne Aguirre, A-G-U-I-R-R-E. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I think this is part of a series, but I thought it was cute. It feels witchy. I wanted to read it. And what does it say? Iris Collins is the messy one in her family, the chaos bunny. Her sisters are wildly successful while she can't balance her budget for a single month. It's no wonder she's in debt to her roommates when she unexpectedly inherits a house from her great aunt. Her plan to turn it into a B&B fails, as most of her plans do. She winds up renting rooms like a Victorian spinster, collecting other lost souls, and not all of them are human. In comes Eli. So excited about that one. Then I picked up this book by Jessica Clare, Go Hex Yourself. This is another cute comedy. What does it say? When Reggie Johnson answers a job ad in the paper, she's astonished to find that she's not really applying for her work at her favorite card game, Spellcraft, the Magicking. Instead, she's applying to be an actual familiar with an actual witch. So I guess he's the witch. Romance ensues. I recently borrowed What You Gonna Do. Don't know much about this. It's just a witch romance. It says an unlucky witch and her know-it-all nemesis must team up in the first of a new spicy romantic comedy series. So excited about that, and I always love a series. I also plan to read A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I picked this up at the library last week. Was not expecting to, but I was actually going to purchase this. And this says Muriel knows not to trust a demon, especially one who wants her soul. But what's a witch to do when he won't leave her side? And she kind of doesn't want him to. So very cute. And then the last actual physical copy I have of a romance book is Payback's A Witch. It says the witch is back and ready for revenge with a little help from her friends in this fresh, sizzling rom-com. So I'm excited to read that as well. So many good books. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to read, you guys, but I'm excited. Let me show you what I have on my Kindle. Okay, I busted out the Kindle Fire so that you could see some of these covers. The first thing I have is Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake. It's a cozy mystery. It involves desserts. That's all I really know about it. Then I have The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic here. I have no idea what that's about either. Heartbreak and Magic. I will put in the description some of these notes from Goodread. I'm also going to read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which I heard was really good. It's kind of hard to find, so I had to buy it on Kindle. And then I also have Enchanted to Meet You by Meg Cabot. Meg writes really great romance novels, and so it's giving a witchy vibe. And then I have It Found Us by Lindsay Curry. I don't know exactly what it's about yet, but Lindsay Curry often writes stories where her lead character communicates with a ghost. There's probably going to be an Illinois type setting, so I'm excited about that. And then I got a couple of books in the, where is it? Okay, so I'm going to read Boss Witch, which is the second book in the Fix It Witches series, also by Anne Aguirre. And I think that Purple House book goes in this series of books, or they're related. And then I have Not Your Ex's Hexes, which I'm excited to read as well. So there's tons of content for me to get through. I just don't even know how I'm going to do it all. I'm just going to take one book at a time. I think what's going to be a great strategy for me this year is to ensure that I have a nice break before I hit October and really space my books out. All of these are high interest books for me, so that also helps. And I'm looking forward to reading all of them. So comment down below if there's any of the books on my list that you plan to read this month. Tell me if you've read some of these. What do you think? Are they good choices? And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Again, if you're new to my channel, check out my content and see if it's something you enjoy. Feel free to subscribe. I post on Thursdays and Sundays. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.